out, and there we go. The kit bought up by Calix this time, whereas look at VP. They've got
a lot of utility.
3 sets of nades.
Yeah, a lot of utility, so I'm presuming they have a very set plan coming into this round. Right now, just grouping up and making their way in through the B hall, so it might be over towards the B bomb site. Could still execute towards A though and make their way down through Pop Dog. So a couple different options available for VP currently, but it is going to be focused put towards B. And for the moment, Major playing extremely passively. Calix is the one up close on the site playing behind the Kyles, which can be a really awkward position with all these Glocks if they start pushing in towards you. VP though, they're going to be opting and trying to get this bomb down without really taking too much damage, because without that Kevlar, those USPs really can chip the HP away quite easily. Here we go, VP preparing to attack this B-bomb site. As I said, 2 players in position. And let's see which way it's going to go in favour of now, as Major is the first one to open it up by Ali, returns it from Heaven though eventually on towards Calix. And now into a 4-on-4 with a slight HP advantage for Virtus Pro to work with. But as I say, that Antar is able to tap away and actually find a second through the smoke on the Mihu. Somehow now, it's a 2 versus 4. Neo and Snacks, no Kevlar, aim punch going to be a factor. Neo has a Molotov, but... oh, no defuse kit actually. So yeah, maybe this could work out. Hang on, that's going to be going down. There was a defuse kit in towards Kyle's. That's going to be retrieved off the body of Calix. And if Paz is just able to stick this one, then he should still have that defuse even through the Molotov. And yeah, there you go, just about. It takes, if they tap it before the Molotov lands, then they're always going to have the defuse as long as they have 100 HP.
Very, very close, but the defuse comes through. I think they probably would have had time anyway after the molly faded with that kit. But there we go.
Yeah.
The kill does come in, but the defuse comes in first. So Space Soldiers take that early lead. But VP with the bomb plant will just invest very little here and look to get that early gun round to put Space Soldiers under pressure. You can see they've gone for 2 rifles here on the Space Soldiers side, alongside the 2 SMGs. There is 1 flash in play, but Calix is going to do a ton of damage on towards Pasha, who goes down to 17 points of health from that tag. That 1 flash from Neo will likely just be deployed over towards A, and they will try to get up close. And we'll see if that works for them, because Neo is about to throw that flash. Or maybe he's not. Oh, a slightly different flash. There we go. He's going to deploy that one. Calix with the scout trying to hold off.
Yeah, he could be in a bit of trouble here. USP though up against the Kevlar-less opponents finds 2. Third not quite on the table. Pasha will be able to trade that one back, but Neo and Pasha not really too much they can find in this one. Low HP, only pistols to work with. And Pasha on 3 HP, just falling back. Major looking to try and hunt them down and get that extra $600 in the bank. Actually, Engine instead to find this. So Space Soldiers 2-0 start. And they only lose a single weapon in that round as well.
And that means that they should be able to build up some money. But if VP were to win this, they would certainly be able to have the better buy into the next round, with Engine going down to just $200. So still a very important round at the early stages here. If Space Soldiers are put on the back foot in terms of their economy, that could be a route into this game for VP, a way back to get a chance into this series. Don't see any orcs in play for either side. Engine, though, spammed down to half HP. Eventually, he's going to pull back. The nade is going to be deployed as well. That should do some damage. Yeah, Pasha down to 69 HP, but nothing too massive. Push comes in. Good flash. Allows Snacks an easy opening, and he doesn't decide to stick around there. He could have continued to peek and tried to find more frags, but he's content with the man advantage for the team. He will pull back on 28 HP, and that is the Poles getting that early lead.
Yeah, HP-wise, not perfect for VP. There is a couple players tagged down a small amount. But similar for Engine. So 55 seconds remaining now for Virtus Pro to decide where they want to take this one. And with a couple players over towards Ivy, they are going to be forced to try and push towards this position if they don't make a decision quite soon. And there you go, Pasha, he finds a kill for himself. Major trades back 2 with the MP7. And upgrades that over towards an AK as well now. And it looks like the attack's going to be brought towards A. No real other choice. And this is a pretty good position from Paz as well, playing over towards this blue train back from A main, long range angles, and he spots out a couple of players, gets the first, spams away on towards the second to do the damage, and he's able to finish them off now as the hat-trick comes in, and there you have it, Space Soldiers with a 3-0 lead. VP on that gun round, even after getting themselves a 2-man advantage, it's pulled back by the Turkish side.
Wow, it was looking good for VP. They were up in that 5-on-3, but Space Soldiers managed to swing things back without a single kill coming in for the rest of the VP players. In particular there, Major did a really amazing job with that MP7 to get both kills. And then Paz can just clean up a few players who were low on health. So it is going to be a VP just having to hold back with the pistols yet again. We don't see an alt up, and ooh, Pasha spams engine down there. There wasn't any assistance for him. Calix, I think, is now over towards ID, but he wasn't there quickly enough to help his teammates. But that gun won't be able to be picked up by the Poles, so it's just the man advantage. And they still don't have any Kevlar, they still don't have any real good weapons, just the pistols bought up. So should be Virtus Pro still struggling in this round, especially as the Space Soldiers can try and hold these long-range angles. There we go, Xantares already showing the rifles coming out on top with the first. Ooh, gets actually a double for Paz, but Xantares pulls out the pistol. I think he dinked his
Calix
teammate
steals
there.
it. Yeah, Calix ran straight in front of him wanting that kill. So, not really too big of a deal. Only a bit of damage being done. Round still goes quite easily in favour of Space Soldiers. They keep 4 of those weapons up as well, so build up a bit of bank for themselves. And OVP back onto the bite. All rifles. Plenty of utility to work with. And it will be the op actually coming out for Calix now, so it's been handed around between these Space Soldiers players between the two maps so far. We've seen Major, we've seen Engine, and now we see Calix. Alright, we've seen Paz, not Engine, and there we go. Calix going to be able to take down by Ali. He tries to get aggressive out towards A main, and he didn't really have any assistance. No one was in position to potentially trade. He falls, and now VP are just going to be working from the back foot. Although Xantares is extremely aggressive, and Neo doesn't quite find the kill. Will actually be shut down. Mihu eventually trades it out, but a man advantage still in play for the Turkish side.
And as it stands, VP are very spread out across the map, so they shouldn't be taking too many fights here. This is a risk from Pasha to push up through Ivy, but I think he's going to try and at least sell a bit of a fake towards A, and then the push is going to come in towards B. Pasha doesn't have too many nades to pull this fake off, though. He's really going to require a kill here. As the smoke comes in, I don't think that's going to be an option. So now what can VP do? Because Pasha's stuck behind that smoke. I guess they will just wait it out and then let Pasha push forwards. And that could actually work for VP. Right now, Pasha won't have anyone against him over towards Ivy. Space Soldiers have left this position completely open. So if Pasha could push into that A site, that would be a lot of information, and potentially the bomb could go back towards A. But the time is a factor here. With 35 seconds left, Pasha is creeping his way up through Ivy. He's slowly but surely clearing the positions. Let's see which way he goes, though, because Engine is in towards Heaven, but Pasha could try and flank towards B. That's also an option. Looks like Pasha is pushing out to the A site, but with 20 seconds, they have to go B. Pasha does go down. The rotate, though, not coming in. There's still 2 CTs on the B site. Snacks, though, sneaking forward. Should get 1. There's the first kill. Does he expect the player below him, though? Major still on the site. Mihu hasn't spotted him out. That's going to be a free kill for Major and the round 1. Snacks just needs to stay alive at this point because he cannot afford to go down after time. Oh, Snacks will be able to save his gun, but unfortunate there for VP. They don't clear all of the corners, and that means they can't get that bomb planted.
Yeah, that's a difficult way to lose that round. Bomb not going down means they don't get the extra money bonus to work with. Snacks, because he saves that AK, it looks like they're going to buy up around it. And yeah, it's not a great investment. A MAC-10, they have the 3 AKs, 1 Galil, and a limited amount of utility. Need at least the bomb plant in this round, if not the round win, to allow them to still buy into this next one. So let's see what they're going to be able to find. It looks like they are going to try and go for a bit of a set execution towards this A-bomb site. But they don't really have control towards Pop Dog currently. Neo and Miho, they may look for this in the next couple of moments, but one player already waiting and up close. That will be Paz.
Push comes down. Neo spots some information with that MAC-10. Doesn't decide to deploy the Molotov just yet. Lining up a couple of nades here in towards A. Don't know if the push will necessarily come through, but again, Space Soldiers have that AWP in play on towards Calix, who is boosted up into Connector. That's a good angle to play to get multiple kills. Sometimes you do only want to get the one and then fall back, but either way, it's certainly a good off angle where you can peer over the smokes if they come in. Looks like VP are going to line up some of those nades. You can see the smokes are ready to be deployed. I think the push will come through, and Calix has actually decided to switch up his position. Calix is getting aggressive over towards A main. He's going up on top of that blue train. That's interesting with the AWP. It could be difficult to play that position, but it's VP with 30 seconds left. You have to push now, and Neo is going to get the first.
Yeah, good opening kill to be found. Calix with the off in the back line is now going to be pressured, but it's Major to step it up. He finds himself 2. Neo with the MAC-10 gets a second for himself as well. So now went with 3-on-3, but the HP not looking great for Virtus Pro, and it's all onto only Mihu. finds a single kill before eventually falling himself, and there you have it. VP Space Soldiers now with 6 rounds in a row, and VP, they don't find the bomb plant, so they may have to just go for a quasi-buy into this one. Pistols and Kevlar. Neo actually buys up an op and drops that over to Pasha. I think that might be just a hero off, though. I don't think they're going to invest too much around this one. Speaking of investments, if you want to invest in with an opportunity to get yourself a knife, there is a subscriber giveaway being done on the eFrag channel. Shadow Dagger's case hardened field tested, and they'll be given away after the grand final of this tournament. But that's a great start for VP. Pasha able to get aggressive. He finds the kill. It's costly in terms of HP, but at least they have the man advantage now to work with.
Pasha could drop that AWP over to Snacks, who has Kevlar, and Snacks has shown a willingness to pick up that AWP in the past. But Pasha could still do work with it on 13 HP, so he's going to stick with it for now. It's only Major on this B site as well. This could become a little bit dicey. Push comes in, Major gives away his position, so Mihu finds the quick trade. The bomb plant will be guaranteed this time around, and Pasha looking to lock down connector. Pete comes in, and Pasha gets the kill through, and at this point, Engine and Calyx certainly might think about trying to save. Snacks is already locking down connector, and you can see Space Soldiers realize that B retake is just not going to happen. Snacks, though, has nothing to lose with only the pistol in play. He can afford to try and hunt them down. Push through connector comes in. There goes Calyx for another kill. But at least VP are going to finally get a round on the board, and surprisingly, Space Soldiers don't have as much money as I anticipated. They certainly will still be fine to buy into this next round, but still, you know, if they lose another one here, it could be a little bit questionable. So even with the 6 rounds in a row, Space Soldiers under at least a little bit of pressure now.
Yeah, as you said, economy not brilliant. There was at least being damage done by VP, so with the investment out into this round, the double up setup actually coming out between Calyx and Major. Let's see, Santaris, he should have himself a weapon as well. Yeah, M4 out, all the utility they could want as well, but they invest everything into this round. So VP, this is their chance now to try and actually start building up some rounds on this T side. If they take this round, they should break the economy of Space Soldiers and get themselves up towards 3 before they have to actually face off against the buy again, but they can't afford to get reset, and that's not a great start. Calyx going to be able to win out the open and fight with the op up against Pasha, and once again, VP just going to be put immediately onto the back foot. Major very aggressive though. Gets the tag on the Mihu. He himself though doesn't escape unscathed. Should be able to fall back now with that smoke gone down. So there you have it. Space Soldiers, they remain with the 5-on-4 advantage. VP a minute and 20 seconds left now to try and work something to bring this back in their favor.
Alex is taking some flashes, but oh, there we go. Gets the first kill. That's Mihu dropped already. Engine is going to go down, but Xantares and Calyx still trying to lock this out, but oh, Calyx in position to drop the bomb, gets another. Calyx steps it up with that AWP. I was somewhat surprised to see him taking it, but if he can continue to play like this, that would be a great way for Space Soldiers to have another AWPer in play. Excellent round there from Calyx as he gets all 4 kills. And again, we said pre-game, we were expecting Paz to have to step it up with that AWP. He hasn't even had to pick it up. It's been Calyx and Major who decide to take them. And it's VP again on the back foot. They only get 3 rifles together, one of them being a Galil. We'll see if Pasha can do anything, because he's been able to get a couple of kills through in these recent rounds. He might have a chance for another here if Xantares were to peek out in towards upper B.
Yeah, certainly does. They are grouping up over towards B. Major forced to back off the angle, but goes for the reface and is going to be able to take down Mihu. Flash goes down, not really going to stop the push though, but Xantares, he's the one that stops it. Takes down Neo. And once again, VP not really able to find too much on this initial push, just losing 2 players, not being able to find a single trade frag. And that just leaves them in a really awkward position now, because they have a bit of utility at least to work with. They haven't been able to retrieve another weapon for Snacks to work with, and it just gets so awkward now in 3-on-5. Like how passive Space Soldiers are playing as well. They don't want to give any opportunities over to the Virtus Pro players to actually find something to work with now in this round. Looks like they do still want to just favour over towards this B-bomb site, which is understandable considering they have that utility to work with. It's the side of the map where you can at least usually get a bomb plant as long as you find those first initial couple of kills. It's the after plant that is then difficult to hold, and here you go. They will be now making their way in. Major through the smoke takes the headshot on towards Snacks. The engine as well to find one on the reality, so leaves Pasha all alone in a 1-on-4. Was originally a 1-on-5. Finds that first kill, and he's gonna need the ace clutch, which isn't looking too likely. Engine not quite on point with the spam, but should be able to see him within the next couple of seconds. And there you have it, 8 rounds now to the 1 of Virtus Pro for Space Soldiers to work with, and that should be an eco now coming in.
VP in all kinds of trouble into this round 10. They can't really invest anything. We've seen there again, Pasha be able to get the 1 kill through with the AWP, but missed a shot after that as well, and no one on VP playing well. I mean, Pasha's the man that's top fragging with 6 kills and 8 deaths. He did have, I think in the round they won, he got a couple of kills, but other than that, they haven't really found too much. And again, Snacks is pretty often alone on these pushes. It just seems that VP aren't really on the same page sometimes. There goes Bialy getting the trade through. But, I mean, I don't know what Snacks is expecting there, pushing out through A main alone. He's always going to be taken down. And it is at least the trade from Bialy with a quick shot thanks to that one deagle invested in. Shouldn't be too much more found, though, as long as Space Soldiers can win these further fights, which you would expect, considering they have the rifles.
Yeah, there you go. Once again, through the smoke. There's a lot of... Those smokes aren't walls. That's not really working out for VP. They keep getting spammed down. He falls. Gets a dink on the Xanthars before being taken down, but not really a big deal. 9-1 now in favour of Space Soldiers, and ideally at this point now, VP, they want to try and get the remaining rounds if they possibly can, up towards 6 of what they'd be happy with. But at this point, Space Soldiers looking inevitable that they should reach at least double digits in this first half. And let's see, once again, VP, they buy up, they get the rifles, they have a decent amount of utility. They have no Molotovs really, but they have the smokes and flashes at least. And let's see if they're going to be able to finally get some more rounds onto the board and try and chain something together now, because Space Soldiers are just looking so dominant so far throughout this entire series. 16-4 in that first map as a reminder. So Turkish side, they want to get themselves into the grand finals. They want to go over to Australia. They want to be playing in IEM Sydney. And let's see now if they will be able to close this map out, or if VP can start to build a bit of a comeback.
And this is always the worry with Virtus Pro. Sometimes they can be incredibly inconsistent, and in order to qualify here, they would have needed to win, you know, those 3 series, and that's looking very, very unlikely at this point. We are going to see Neo with that bomb group up with the rest of the team as they look to line up this A push. Again, Snacks is the one man alone, but as the push comes into A main, Xanthars gets taken down low. Not going to be the first kill for VP, though. Calyx opens things up, but Bialy finds a trade. Gets into the back lanes as well. This is a good position to be in as he gets another headshot. There we go. VP finally crack open the A-bomb site. It's going to be at least another round on the board for Virtus Pro, unless Major can win this clutch with the AWP, which shouldn't be happening. So they will at least get their second round together. There we go. Major is dropped at the end, but even then, VP need more than just that. Space Soldiers will still have the buy as well, and we'll see if they go for those 2 AWPs again, because Major certainly could buy one up. Decides not to, though. It's just going to be Calyx AWPing into this round. But remember, if VP lose this, their economy will be completely destroyed for these last few rounds again, and that would be brutal.
This round is make or break, basically. Both teams have no economy left over in the bank. VP, they need this in order to get themselves a respectable half, and Space Soldiers, they'll be happy with 9 no matter what, but ideally they want to take this one out, come in with a reset and just run away with this and make sure they have an extremely one-sided scoreline. There you go, Major. He gets aggressive, no fear, able to take down Mihu, and he's allowed to retreat back as well. No opportunity for the trade. You see, eventually Neo went in looking for that one, but Major has already fallen back off onto that B-bomb site. Engine, to be careful here, peeking towards Ivy. There was the op ready, but with a smoke gone down now, VP going to be kind of limited in terms of their vision, what they can actually get done towards this part of the map.
Some nades will be deployed, the smoke and molly from the VP side. Pasha going to look for the trade back with that AWP. Oh, Major just about gets a kill before he is traded on. And Engine up close, does get flashed in. It's a perfect flash. Oh, what? Engine doesn't get that kill through. Only the dink onto Pasha. Okay, well, that's a little bit awkward. Engine types lol in chat as well. He's having fun with it. It's still the man advantage for Space Soldiers. So let's just calm down. They should still win this round. But if Pasha gets any more kills here, then that would be a little bit heartbreaking.
Engine quite literally gave Pasha a haircut right there. Just shooting the top of the hair off, trimming it. Yeah, it should still be a pretty easy round for Space Soldiers unless Snacks is able to find quite a lot. Pasha is still down to 9 HP, so really complicates things. But they will try and hit towards this B-bomb site now, and they do have that one smoke to try and block off the vision of the player back towards Connector. Looks like they don't even want to use that initially, just going in with that flash, and it's not really going to work out. Xanthars gets a quick headshot. Calyx to finish off Pasha, and Space Soldiers now up to double digits. And as we said, that was a round. The VP lose that one, they get reset once again. And that was just the round they needed to make this into a respectable half.
Now, Xantar is currently top fragging for Space Soldiers, and if you think he deserves to be the MVP for this tournament, you can go and vote for him over at gg.bet. There's also categories for the Pistol King and the Orc Master, and the winner of each categories by a fan vote gets $2,000 on towards that player. So make sure to vote if you are fans of the Space Soldiers or VP side. Already, though, you can see Paz locking down the A site. The pistols will be shut down. And again, a couple of VP players don't commit to the push. They just seem, you know, like they've lost all confidence at this point. You've got to push together there to try and get those trades through, but it doesn't happen. Neo pushes alone. And there we go. Paz with a cheeky 4K against the Eco.
Yeah. Going to be VP back on the buy now. Losing this one means that Space Soldiers will likely get a 13-2 half, so VP need this one. If they win this one, Space Soldiers will still be able to buy into the next round, so it could still potentially be 12-3 or 11-4. Ideally, now VP, they get these remaining 2 rounds, and they give at least a little bit of room to work with on the second side. Pistol still going to be super important. But let's see now, VP, looks like they are going for a bit of a fake over towards A. I was going to say they could have taken the pace up, they might have went for the split in through Pop Dog. But it seems like they just want to make the CTs use a lot of that utility, so they don't have it available for the retake, because now they look to try and make their way on over towards B. But Major, once again, he's just going to be able to step it up, finds 2 quick kills, and 0 trades yet to be found for Virtus Pro, and yeah, it seems like they've just fallen back off. So this is, I believe, the second or third time now they've tried to attack B. They've lost 2 players and then kind of just given up on it. Engine, that's a little bit awkward. Now knifes the window out, but he's still able to spot out the player who's pushing up, so finds that kill on the snacks. Pasha and Neo now, not really much that can be done.
Yeah, not even a single kill in the round. That means that heading into round 15, the last round of the half, VP have very little to work with. And at this point, it almost feels guaranteed that Space Soldiers will be making their way through into the finals. And Virtus Pro, honestly, have not put up a fight whatsoever. They've got 2 rounds here. I know it's the T side of Train, but you've got to do better than that. It's unlikely they're going to get any more either, because, again, with just the pistols in play, it should be the rifles of Space Soldiers favored into this round. We are going to see Virtus Pro just hold back, see if Space Soldiers push out. I think at this point it is worth trying this, because Space Soldiers could get just way too overconfident and go for some ridiculous pushes. But Space Soldiers are holding their grounds. They're not going to go over aggressive, which is good to see. That means that VP will be forced to push forwards, and oh, Neo full blinds himself. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate. This time by Paz, though, does take him down. The flash not quite working. That Harris as well. So right now, it's a flurry of frags going in favor of Space Soldiers, and a 13th round as they lead 13-2 at half time now. Once again, very one-sided half indeed. We're going to just take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back to see if Space Soldiers do close this out 2-0.
Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.
Alright guys, welcome back right into the action now. And this could be almost be the end of a VP. They need to pick up this pistol round to give themselves a lifeline to work with. Space Soldiers, if they take it, we won't see a single full buy round coming in from VP. So it's an understatement to say that this one is crucial indeed for VP. Right now, Space Soldiers, though, they go for one player with a bit of utility. That's Calix. I believe he dropped the P250 over to Xantaris as well as Major.
Yeah.
So we actually have a double red boss setup. This is interesting. And just the one flash. So they're just going to try and overwhelm this B bomb site. This is a pretty big sign of confidence, in my opinion. And let's see if they're going to be able to hold this down. Neo, this nade could do quite a lot of damage. And let's see if it's going to be successful. Ooh, yeah, the HP just completely destroyed. Pasha with the CZ gets himself one. The second, actually, it was the CZ to find the first, and he turns that into a hat-trick now. That's the reload, which allows for Calix to push and close in the distance. But 3-on-2, that's a successful start to this round for VP. The bomb plant is going to be found. But it seems like VP should be able to pull off this retake quite easily. Unless Major can manage to clutch this 1-on-3, and he's not really in a pretty good position to do so. He's all the way over towards Pop Dog. He could probably just be defused at this point.
Yeah, VP don't know that. Finally, Snaps will get on the bomb. I don't think Major's going for this one. He's in towards Connector.
Yeah.
I mean, he's coming back towards
P250
the
Kevlar.
site.
kind of worth saving.
I mean, the diffusers happened, so yeah, save will be coming in. And again, remember that Space Soldiers got the plant, so they can very much buy up into that next round.
Yeah.
It's also worth mentioning as well, to be honest, from VP, I thought that Pasha was going to have to be the player that stepped up, because generally Mihu's been good for Virtus.pro as well as Bialy. Those two have been, I'd say, the most consistent players for VP, so I thought they would be on point. And then I was kind of assuming if Pasha showed up, that might push them over the edge, but Pasha's been playing pretty well. It's just been the rest of VP really struggling. He comes in, a lot of damage done as Engine goes down to 16 HP, but the push looks to be set towards this B bomb site. We'll see if Pasha and Neo can deny that bomb plant, because they're holding so far back they might not be able to, but Pasha, oh, 3 kills. There's the 4th. Come on, son, get the ace. Paz is going to get the bomb down, so that's all Space Soldiers wanted. See if the ace comes in. No, Neo steals it away. But still, Pasha at least warming himself up a little bit. But remember, Space Soldiers are going to get a great buy thanks to that plant.
Yeah, that was all they wanted out of that round. They're more than happy with that one. VP, they should still be kind of happy themselves. They're able to take that round extremely cleanly. If they can pick up this gun round now, then they're in a pretty good position to have a chance to build up the comeback. So let's see. Space Soldiers, get all the rifles out. I was going to say maybe enough, but I don't think Paz is going to go for it because it would have to be glass cannon. So yeah, happy enough with the 5 AKs. All the utility they could want. And this is where now they can just try and run some of those set strats. These are the swing rounds. The first gun round is always going to be extremely important. And let's see now if they're going to be able to take this one, or if VP do begin to make their way down this long and treacherous road of trying to actually pull this one back. There you go. Not going to be a great start. Pasha tries to get extremely aggressive and get shut down by Xantares. Nice trade by Bialy though, at least.
I guess if there is a team that maybe could get this comeback going, Virtus.pro, if they turn on the plow, could be the team to do it. But already that's not seeming too likely, because Paz has given his team the man advantage. Neo only has the scout as well, so as he rotates over towards A, he might struggle to find these kills onto players that mostly have full health. I don't think the chest shot would kill Major. And what? Major's on the site here. I don't know how he's got there, but he gets a kill. Oh, Neo gets a second. That scout doing the damage, but the trade comes in. That gives Mihu at least some chance in the clutch, but he still has to win a 1v2. Oh, I don't know if the players spotted each other there. Mihu's pushing to the site. He's blinded up. But you can see the bomb already moving back over towards B, but Mihu is aware of this. He's going to get to the B site before the push comes in. Mihu doesn't get the kill. I thought he was going to have that frag almost guaranteed, but Engine manages to win that fight, surviving on 26 HP. And here we go. It's now or never for Virtus.pro. They absolutely need this round, and Pasha at least gets the AWP alongside rifles for the rest of the team at the cost of not too many nades.
Yeah, this could potentially be another 16-4 in favor of Space Soldiers, and yeah, this has just been a very dominant best of 3. Not really what I was expecting. I thought 2-0 was definitely a possibility towards either side, but I thought it was going to be very close score lines, and there we go. Major going to be able to take down Mihu, who tries to get aggressive. So once again, Space Soldiers claim themselves in an advantageous situation by claiming the first blood, and VP on the back foot. They need this round. If not, they're going to be working with just pistols mostly into this next round to try and keep themselves alive and in contention for that IEM Sydney spot, and it's not looking like it's going to be the case. Major able to take down Pasha. They only eventually trades one back, but a single kill at that point is not really enough. And there you go, map and serious point for Space Soldiers. A single round now off taking their way, off making their way into the grand finals.
Yeah, and if I'm Hellraisers or Heroic or Wendigo or whoever makes it to the final out of those 3, I'm a little bit nervous because Space Soldiers are looking on point. I mean, at the same time, Virtus.pro obviously have underperformed, but we saw there, good flash out towards Ivy. Space Soldiers still just making sure they win every round. Mihu got fully blinded up for that opening frag. And this is likely going to be the end of it. Bialy going to push in towards A main. Not quite going to do any damage. It's the pistols that have to win for the Polish lineup. And this shouldn't really be that easy for them. They've done at least some damage, and Snacks is trying to get aggressive. But at this point, VP need a miracle to win this round, let alone actually come back into this series.
Yeah, a Mihukel, maybe? Bad puns. My favourite. That's not a good start though again. Major able to step it up. Similar to the previous round, he was the one to find the original 2 openings. Calyx able to find one as well. Xantares takes down Pasha, and now it's all onto Neo. Needs to show us some spectacular 1.6 skill. Let's see if he's going to be able to pull it off. 1 versus 4.
Calyx?
No, it's not going to happen.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I was about to say what happened. I saw that pop up in the chat and I was confused, and because I saw you got $300, I was like, what? And yeah, 16-4 again for Space Soldiers. So